Hello, you wonderful people. Welcome back to the channel. Recently, we got this notification from Instagram that our high season account was suspended. Usually, this could mean the end of the world for some people, but we're going to talk about why we didn't panic when it happened and how you can set yourself up so that you don't panic either. Let's dive in. Okay, so spoiler alert, our account is safe. We got the decision reversed and all it took was verification. Generally speaking, if your account is deactivated and you haven't done something actually wrong, it's a mistake and you just need to follow the on-screen instructions to get your account back up and running.
Yes.
We also have a video that Craig filmed, which talks about the different ways that you can contact Meta support, which we'll link in the description box below in case you run into issues with your account at any time. But what this video is going to really be getting into is the reason why, if in this world our account was removed permanently, why it wouldn't be that big of a deal for us. And what we hope for you is that it will not be a big deal for you because yes, these things can happen. Remember, you do not own these platforms, right? Yeah. So we're going to talk about how you can set yourself up to make sure that you're in a good spot no matter what happens to your Instagram account or any social media account. So do you want to break down why we actually didn't panic when our account was suspended?
Absolutely. So the primary reason is that our presence is diversified across all the social platforms, including the most important platform on which you should be growing. So although we have nearly 26,000 followers on Instagram, we have nearly 20K subs on our mailing list. And now this is arguably the most important because no algorithm can touch it. We'll talk more about how we grew those numbers in a second. We also have nearly 65K subs on YouTube at the time of recording, and also a membership channel where we have an even closer relationship with our community. Also, we have about 15K across our secondary platforms. So that's TikTok, Facebook, Pinterest, X, Threads, and LinkedIn. So we would have been able to still connect with our audience even if Instagram was completely taken away just by tapping into our existing audiences there.
So really, the important message here is you do not own these platforms. You need to diversify your presence across the platforms. So for example, if you're on TikTok right now and that's where your main presence is, you would have the right to be nervous because there is a chance that this time next year or whatever time is that you're watching this video, that TikTok has been banned where you live, which will put you in a really bad position. This is why the number one thing we want to communicate, and we wanted to have this done in a pretty just short and very straightforward video, is that you need to diversify your platform so that if one platform is taken away from you, you still have a way to reach your audience.
So let's talk about the platforms. So as we sort of alluded to before, the top platform, the most important place you need to have a presence to add to your marketing strategy is your email list. I feel like this is relatively well known at this point.
But so many people don't have it set up. And it's so important.
It really is.
Yeah.
I feel like it can come across like it's a bit of a hassle or it's a bit of a different understanding, but it's really not that crazy.
Yeah.
So your email list truly is the only list that you really own. No one can take it away from you. It's not subject to an algorithm. It is truly yours. It's the most direct relationship with your audience that you have. You're in their inbox directly. However often you want to bother them or to deliver value is the idea. You don't want to bother people. You want to be delivering value. So our list specifically has directly resulted in views for our YouTube channel, in revenue through our consults, digital products, affiliate links, and our membership channel.
And by the way, can we talk about this for a second?
Please.
If you didn't know, we have a membership channel. Yes, it's a beautiful place where we do bi-weekly lives. We provide free resources that are paid in our digital shop.
Yes.
We offer special rates for consults. We do exclusive video content. We have a ton of really interesting exclusive video content coming up in that channel as well. So it'll be linked below. Definitely recommend that you check out our membership channel.
Yeah. It's affordable.
Yeah.
We just came off a membership.
We're on a membership
right
high because we just had a beautiful membership live and it was great. And it's a beautiful community over there.
It's our favorite parts of the month. It's just so many thoughtful people asking great questions and helping each other out, answering each other's questions,
following each other, all this stuff. It's very cool.
It's so wicked. We love it so much. So we've been able to grow our email list with 3 tools that we love that are so simple to use. Canva, which obviously many of you know about. Flowdesk, which is something that Tiff discovered a few years back.
Yeah.
And personally, as someone who was using a more complex and much less attractive tool for like a decade plus, Flowdesk changed my life personally. And of course, ManyChat, one of our faves. And we talked about all of those things in this video, specifically on how to use them to grow your email list. So since we're talking about that now, we very highly recommend you check that out to learn a little bit more about how you can leverage those tools to grow your email list too. So in short, we've leveraged lead magnets, which are also known as freebies, and they're free resources like checklists or guides that we designed in Canva and use to have people sign up to our email list, which is all processed through Flowdesk, and our actual lead magnets live there, and it's where we continue the relationship via our email list, and all of that is completely automated via Flowdesk. It's phenomenal.
I also want to say, like, if there was that instance where we couldn't get our Instagram account back, that is 20,000 people that we would have been able to email and say, hey, here's our new Instagram account. Follow us there.
Exactly right.
Almost the
That's a great
volume
point.
of people that we have
And if
as
you think about
followers
it, how
on.
many of them are we even tapping into based on the algorithm anyway?
Exactly.
All of us, right? It's also the place where we sell our digital products in our online store. So we're going to talk about that a lot more in another video. We then promote our freebies or lead magnets via links in our YouTube descriptions. Like every video, we'll have them in there. And on Pinterest. And a game changer has been ManyChat, which we use with Instagram to automate the entire delivery process through the use of keywords. And again, check out this video to see what that process looks like.
Yeah, we really like live and love and swear by these tools.
True.
And that's why we'll also link them all below. But again, can't emphasize the importance of really, even if it feels like a hassle, it's not. It's more intimidating than it seems.
Yeah.
There's so much value in having your mailing list set up.
Yes.
So now that we've talked about that very important platform, the one that you own, we also want to talk about how to easily diversify your social platform. So the first thing you're going to want to consider is making sure your handles are set up on primary and secondary platforms. So that's your handles and your social accounts. This is going to make sure that your presence is secured on any platform, especially because you don't know how your business will grow. And the worst is someone else capitalizing on your name, or in the end, you having to have a bunch of different handles because you didn't secure it when you were first thinking about your platform. So even when we're sitting with clients in consultations and setting up their accounts or speaking about just one account in general, we always advise them to go and just lock everything down across the other platforms as well. And this will also make it easier for your audience to find you if their preferred platform is not Instagram. So if they love to be on TikTok, you want to be there too. And this is why we also recommend that you have 2 primary platforms. So 2 platforms that you know your audience is on that you can really focus on. So of course, it's great. A lot of people say start with one platform, build it out. That's fine. But as soon as you really got the hang of it, you don't need to wait for it to be at 20,000, 30,000, 40,000 followers. As soon as you get yourself set up, start focusing on your second primary platform where you know your audience is. And that should really be based on your social media strategy. So if you want to learn more about building a social media strategy because you don't have one, and you should, you could check out that video. We broke it all down and we have a free template in there as well that will show you how to walk through the whole social strategy process. The other thing you'll want to do is cross post between platforms. So this means you would be creating one piece of content and sharing it to the platforms that already have similar formats. So for example, Instagram and TikTok, and then Instagram and specifically YouTube Shorts are 2 places where short form video content thrives and it doesn't need to be adjusted in any way. We've talked about it before. We've been able to amass over 4 million views on our YouTube channel, but over 400,000 of those views were all from YouTube Shorts. All are a result of us not even creating one new piece of content. All of that content was taken from other platforms, and our shorts have consistently contributed to our follower growth as well. So shorts really do matter. Right now, we're of the minds that anybody who's making any short form content, period, should be on YouTube Shorts. Absolutely. Because YouTube is attached to Google, which means you have more opportunities to even show up in search rankings in general. So valuable. We did a video on that. We'll leave it here and leave it in the description box for you because, yeah, again, we can't emphasize the importance of also leveraging these different social platforms, especially when it's an easy lift to do. Now, the benefit of doing this cross-platform strategy is that it avoids you having to make multiple pieces of content, and it reduces the stress of having to create for multiple platforms. Remember, though, even if you're not creating new content on platforms like Instagram, for example, you can't just post and ghost. You need to actively engage there if you want to see growth. And in anywhere your audience is commenting or engaging, you need to be there in the comments replying back to them. That goes without saying. You can't just not be there. You're not a good user of the platform, and you're not building a community. And overall, having a community is going to be the most important part of any strategy.
That's true.
Period. You don't have a business social. Keep it social, you know?
Yeah.
Now, in contrast to cross-posting the same piece, you can also repurpose content. So repurposing means you'd alter a piece of content to fit that social media platform. So for example, as we mentioned, our primary platform is YouTube and Instagram, but you'll see content taken from our long form YouTube videos and cut down vertically for Instagram. So we're also repurposing the content when we're chopping it up and making it into a reel or making it into a story or a TikTok. It's actually everywhere. We put them basically everywhere. We put them on Pinterest too. Another example would be turning a long form piece of content like a video or a blog and then using that script for a long form LinkedIn post. You know, long form text posts do really well on LinkedIn, or you might turn it into a carousel and seriously a carousel document on LinkedIn as well, or thread on something like Twitter/X, or on Threads by Instagram. So that's an example, or those are all examples of how you could repurpose content. Craig also did a video that we'll leave here and we'll leave in the description box below, which really breaks down how you can turn one piece of content into 36 pieces of content with the power of repurposing. And we are all about working smarter, not harder.
Facts. So to recap, I just want to emphasize all of the things that we've been saying here. Make sure that you are covering your bases in case anything untoward ever happened to your Instagram or any of your primary platforms. So make sure that you have a mailing list. Use all the tools. We're linked to all the tools in the description. Start it up. It's so much easier than you think. And once you got it going, you'll just see it grow and grow, and you'll just feel better about everything. You need to be diversifying your platforms. Make sure when you start your Instagram, you've got your beautiful handle. Make sure it's available. The same handle, the same .com on X, Facebook, Pinterest, LinkedIn, YouTube, everywhere. Make sure you've got the exact same one. Make it easy. You can follow us everywhere at High Season Co. It's everywhere. highseasonco.com. You only have to say one thing. Super simple. Then what are you going to do? You're going to make sure you're cross-posting to make sure that you're populating all of those platforms. And you can do that by keeping, say, for example, your Instagram first strategy. Create for Instagram, repurpose all that content for all of the other platforms. So we have videos for that below as well. It's super simple. It covers your bases because you never know what can happen. It's a crazy world out there, and you want to make sure that your presence online is as stable and as safe as you possibly can.
So that is it for today. We are also going to leave a link if you're somebody watching and your account has been deactivated, you haven't gotten back yet. We are leaving resources for you in the description box below as well to help you get through that verification process or any of the things that you need to hopefully get your account back online. If you found this video helpful and it resonated with you, please comment below and let us know and give us a like. And we definitely recommend that you check out this video next because we think it will be super helpful for you. We'll see you in the next one.
Peace.
Bye.